Senator from Marion.
Thank you, Mr. President. Speak on the bill.
Please proceed.
Mr. President, as co-chair of the PPOB, Public Pension Oversight Board, we see a lot of issues come before the board, and it's our job to oversee the public pensions and to gather information and help educate the public about the issues we're having. And to the Senator from Fayette 13's comments, we have lost, the quasis are losing numbers. It's really a drastic problem, Mr. President. And give you a few ideas. Since 2012, how some of the numbers have decreased, and some of the agencies that have left behind quite a bit of debt and unfunded liability. For example, Kentucky River has left, and they in 2012 had $784 employees. Today they have 0 employees in KERS. Northern Kentucky MHMR in 2012 had 544 employees. Today they have 3. 7 counties, as we all know, has left, and 1,425 employees were in the plan that are no longer there. Kentucky River in 2012 had 98 employees. Today they have 0. New Vista 2012 had 2,142 employees. Today they have 1,009 in the system. The regional universities, Moorhead in 2012 had 480 employees. Today they have 240. Murray State had 634. Today they have 539. EKU had 1,165 employees. Today they have 645 employees. NKU 1,058. Today 887. Western Kentucky University had 935. Today they have 547. K-State 198. Today they have 153. And KCTCS had 844. Today they have 476. Communicare had 578 employees. Today they have 150. All those employees did not retire, Mr. President. They've simply been taken out of the plan. That's 5,000 employees that I just mentioned that were in the plan in 2012 in these agencies. Today, those agencies have 4,653 employees, over 5,000 employees from those agencies that I just mentioned that are no longer in the system. And we talk about liabilities. Kentucky River, all their employees are gone, and they're not making any payments to KRS. They have a $24 million liability. Northern Kentucky MHMR only has 3 employees in the system, and they're no longer making any payments, and they owe the system $55.6 million. 7 counties, when they left, they owe the state $90 million in liabilities. Of course, that case is now before the Kentucky Supreme Court. If the Supreme Court rules in favor of 7 counties, we could see a mass exit from the Kentucky retirement system by quasi-agencies if they're allowed to file bankruptcy, Mr. President. So these bills are necessary to deal with this issue because we have a huge problem on our hands. Not only are they underfunded, we have members leaving in droves. And so we have to do something, Mr. President. So just wanted to point those issues out that there's today, just in a handful of agencies, 5,000 less employees than there were just 6 years ago. And that continues today. So thank you, Mr. President.